Hey, welcome to Megabonk. Today we're going to be playing with the Ninja. Ninja's a pretty good character who gets execute every single level, which works really well for eliminating enemies with like high HP. He also starts with the Katana, which is I feel like people's favorite weapon. I feel like a lot of different players utilize this weapon quite a bit. Now specifically, this is maybe like 10th, 20th run. It's quite a difficult run, and you do have to get quite lucky. For a run like this, so projectile count there is really good. Key is also really good. Nice on the bush there. I think we'll take the luck here. The higher the luck, the better, but there is a purple in there. Those curse grabbies are pretty good, but they will decrease our max health. Since I am going for difficulty, mainly trying to get as many eliminations as possible this round, or this game. We might just take the heals. It is higher rarity. For the heals, mainly because it's kind of a difficult run, and once you do start taking damage, it's a little bit more difficult to survive. So we'll definitely take the Aegis there. And you really want to turn up the difficulty as much as possible as soon as you can. If you do it closer to that 6-minute swarm, it is really kind of difficult to survive if you don't have enough quantity. We aren't utilizing the quantity tome here. It's just curse, chaos, XP, and luck tomes. For the weapons, it's Aegis, Katana, the executioner. And there's one more I'm forgetting right now. You'll see it come up. It's not one of the default weapons. So as in the past I've explained, for me Aegis is kind of like a skip upgrade. Same with the XP tome. Nice, we got some more luck there. The more luck you get right in the beginning, the better. That'll improve the chances of finding higher rarity items in the chest, and higher rarity level up upgrades. Nice free chest. You can see why increasing the difficulty helps so much. Nice additional projectile. That's actually really good. You can see how many enemies there are, so we're getting a lot more XP just for getting them. Damage is kind of really important, but we will grab luck as much as we can. Mainly because we want as good items as possible right in the beginning. Pretty much any gold will really benefit us this entire starting run. We're gonna have those bosses coming soon, so we really need to focus on getting as many of these shrines as possible, potentially getting some more quantity increases will be really good. XP increases are really good. An additional jump for that specifically, for the swarm that'll be coming in 6 minutes. Nice, the wrench is really good. We got that earlier, it would have been a little bit nicer because we've gotten a few shrines already, but right in the beginning is really good. Nice, we got a gold, let's go. So we got the anvil. Anvil is crazy good, especially as one of the starting golds to get. I think it won't make it too easy to survive though, unfortunately. Nice, we got blood magic, so blood magic is that 4th weapon I was talking about, so now we're just looking for the executioner. And you really want to focus on getting every single lamp around the map. The more lamps you're able to get, the more gold you'll be able to get, more chests, and same with level ups. They do give quite a bit of XP, especially if you do have XP increases. So we don't have the XP tome or anything that pretty much increases the amount of XP it. So we're pretty much getting the minimum amount of XP from these what do you call it, vases. Okay, we almost have that swarm coming. The executioner would really help. That one, that weapon is really nice for enemies that are like right next to you. We do have an additional quantity, I believe, from a shrine that we got. Okay, so we don't have additional jumps. Gotta get the skeleton for one more level. Okay, so the Aegis is kind of like a skip, but we'll skip there. I wanted to get more projectiles from weapons. Nice, we got another projectile from... Oh, okay, that's bad. Sweet, there's a rage pickup. We got the XP tome, and chaos tome is really good. Okay. There's a chest down there we can't grab yet. Okay, we filled out all the tomes. Power up multiplier isn't that good. Even with this rage pickup, we're not really doing too much. Getting too many eliminations. Still really need that executioner. That one, I think it's like a 5% chance to execute enemies per hit. Which is really useful. The executioner, there we go. So when you're really close to like a big swarm of enemies, it kind of goes through a bunch of enemies at once. Looks like we do have 4 projectiles as well. We got that nuke there, which is crazy good. Really good timing. We really needed a lot of like damage upgrades now. The swarm was kind of difficult to handle, and we are gonna have one more. Got that purple credit card and additional XP. With that XP sharding thing. Okay. Clover again. Clover is actually really good. It's almost like a luck upgrade for the tome. XP gain 8%. That's also like an XP upgrade for the tome. So we got a free chest here. So when you're going around, I feel like most recently in the last update they added the amount of chests that kind of spawn around the map. Changes the field of view settings, I think, as well. So you might have to mess around with those a little bit. Nice, that was the red upgrade for the Katana. Really good. So you pretty much also need to get every single shrine around the map, so maybe a couple speed upgrades will definitely help if there's nothing better to get. Anything that'll pretty much benefit the weapon, so size, damage to elites. Elite spawns are pretty good. The more elites you have, the higher the XP tiers, and higher likelihood that you'll get more chests. Elites drop like more power-ups and chests. So you definitely need to grab those. We're getting close to that swarm. Really need to level up here soon. A lot more. I think it's kind of going to be a little bit difficult to survive this. Getting pretty much every single difficulty upgrade. We finally found the boss portal. Okay, projectile counts are good. Got a good amount of money. Buying a lot of chests will definitely help us out. Would like a microwave so that we can microwave that key. Nice additional projectiles, so good. Every weapon gets more projectiles, and that will just help us out. Okay. Another clover, nice. Golden glove is really good, especially for swarm. 15% more gold out of everything. Nice soul harvester. That was actually crazy lucky right there. Let's go. Okay, so soul harvester, whenever you eliminate an enemy, it like spawns these little ghosts that go around the area. And if you get that on the first stage, you can pretty much finish the boss really easily. Even if you fight him in the final swarm, every time you eliminate somebody from the final swarm, as long as you have enough, nice, you got a key there. As long as you have enough quantity for your projectiles, the more those final swarm ghosts you eliminate, the more damage you do to the final boss. Nice some moldy cheese there, that'll help us with the final boss. So all this stuff just gives us kind of more time to look around the map to get more stuff. So if we took the difficulty there, size would have been good as well. But currently we just pretty much want as much difficulty as possible, just because we got that soul harvester. So for the soul harvester, that is one of, I think that, I don't know if the anvil is even disableable or something you can disable. But I have a whole bunch of the golds disabled. I keep pretty much the soul harvester. Chunk plates sometimes you can even remove, but chunk plate I have enabled. I like that one a little bit. And I have a whole bunch of other ones. They're actually disabled. You can see the Chunkum is actually dying. He's actually dying from the enemies that we're eliminating. Those ghosts are just flying to him and doing all that damage. So you can see how much damage those little ghost things do from the soul harvester weapon. The wrench is really good here. We already have a demonic blade. Free chest. We're gonna go grab that Junkum chest, and then we'll circle back around. Difficulty increase. Oh, that's really good timing with that as well, especially since we're trying to go for eliminations this run. Been trying to break like 500k elims. That ones are really difficult to do. We'll grab that curse shrine. I see that difficulty increase over here, so we'll grab that as well. The boss curse shrine, since we do have that soul harvester, we'll definitely be able to manage it. We got the curse grabbies from that chest, which is I think 10% difficulty increase, but it does lessen the amount of health we have. Since we are utilizing the blood magic weapon, another difficulty increase. Oh, this is gonna be a crazy run. Crit damage, really good on the red there, so we'll take it. Microwave. Free chest. Okay, XP again. Really have to push that final boss now as soon as we can. 19% damage increase is really good. Okay, we really need to fight this final boss. I want to mess it up so we can collect all the remaining stuff around the map. More damage. Really good. Grab all the lamps. We got a rage pickup, which is really nice. Yeah, I don't want to mess up this run. I had multiple runs. I'll get messed up because I end up fighting the bosses way too late. Overestimating how much damage I'll be able to do. But you can see there it was pretty much a breeze zone, mainly because we had that rage pickup. But we should have been able to still handle it even without that rage pickup. Yeah, so there was an NPC back behind this hill. It's kind of a long route to take, it looks like. So I don't know if it's really worth going all the way around. Speed regen is nice, especially for the final boss fight on stage 4. Okay, where is this? Okay, there he is. Alright, at around 50-second mark, there's a lot more elites that spawn. Main issue is probably going to be around 60-second timer. So the dark ghosts will spawn and they can really push you around. Don't want to mess the run up just because I'm not able to make it back. Pretty much, so I want to get as many of these chests as possible. Yeah, right here's the scariest part, so we'll stay here against this wall since we are doing a lot of damage. Once I feel like I'm getting a little bit pushed around too much, we'll go for that portal. Unless we got an attack speed increase with that chaos tome there. Mainly hugging this wall to kind of collect XP as much as we can, but the issue here is that we have like range weapons that don't really require the enemies being right next to us. Like the blood magic and the katana, so those are pretty much just eliminating the enemies farther away. None of that XP is really getting to us. So yeah, as you can see, we're getting pushed around, so we'll hug this portal here. 55.7k elims. Alright, we teleported there. Didn't want to risk it too much. We're getting pushed around too much and don't have a lot of health and can get one tapped, especially at such low health. At around the 2-minute mark, around 3 minutes maybe, but it's not really worth risking for a few more 1,000 eliminations. Okay, we got a luck card here. I think we'll take that. More luck we have, better. Want as many gold items by the end of this run. Another echo shard, those are great. Additional XP is always very nice, especially since you get those XP boosts. Yeah, beefy ring is nice, but also charge shrine can be really good. We want kind of as much difficulty as we can get right now. But it really depends on how much damage we're able to do. Okay, so we took that ring there. I would like to find boss curse shrines right away. So we get additional bosses that spawn, so free additional chests for every single one of those. It does require us that we fight some bosses, but since we have Soul Harvester and a bunch of damage increases, a good amount of projectiles, and the anvil, every single level up we get has just another additional stat to it, so it's likely that we're gonna have a lot more projectiles than not. Pretty much nice. Another wrench, got a chest drop. Let's grab this. Slurp gloves are great. Free heals causes some of the enemies to explode. Some additional eliminations for other nearby enemies. Okay, we want to make sure we don't miss difficulty adjustments. Okay, really need to get our luck up, so our level ups are higher tiered. The more of those we're able to get, the better. Nice curse shrine. Getting close to that boss spawning. Got the chest as well. There's the bush guy down there, but I definitely don't think we have enough damage to eliminate him yet. It's not really worth risking either. We only have 2 jumps and he runs really fast, especially with higher difficulty. So you really want to have a whole bunch of jumps with some jump increases, maybe the feather weapon or the feather item. For those, we'll save that magnet down there at the bottom just in case we need it later. And we do end up coming back around into this corner. I should have probably saved the shrine just so it would have been easier to see on the minimap. So for weapon upgrades, I would like anything higher than blue. Scarf here is really good. 50% increase in damage. That was recently buffed in the last update. See, we're really not doing too much damage to these chunkums, or at least as quick as I would like to. that bush would have had like almost 1,000,000 health, so almost 10 times as much as these chunkums, and they run super fast. It snipes you from like across the map and through objects, so it's really not worth getting. We got 5-6 keys now. Wow. Okay, that's nice, but our chests are 2.6k. We really need to collect as many lamps as we can get. We're on the map, so the swarm is coming, so we really need to get as many upgrades as we can. Damage deletes is really good for the swarms as well. Release spawn increase is really good. Lifesteal also isn't bad. There's items that work really well with that, so go with the lifesteal. Elite spawn increase will just give us more elites for more chances of getting like chests, which can really benefit you, especially once you increase your luck by quite a bit. All three of these are really good. I think we'll go with the luck potentially. Backpack is also really nice, but Anvil really saves us. Okay, Thorny Shield is nice. We get some thorns as well from that. All greens really isn't too good. Take the armor though. Executioner red, really good. Blood Mark is also really nice, especially when fighting the bosses. We have like 4 of those additional jumps, finally. Now we got 3 jumps, really no jump height increases. Haven't seen the feather either, but this really helps us traverse this specific map much more. There's like double height walls. They're really annoying to get around. With triple jump, with the current height increases we have, we should be able to scale a single wall, or single height, single level, I don't know what you would call that, but yeah, we pretty much need to grab every single vase. A lot of people will just pretty much ignore most of the vases, but they are as important, if not more important than the shrines. Kind of want to go for the shrines, but get every single vase in between. The more vases you have, the more chests you have, the more items you have. Pretty much every chest you open is like a shrine. Depending on how many wrenches you have, but even with the chests, you do get, we got increased crit damage there. Projectiles are good, but we do have a good amount of projectiles, and we do want to increase our damage as much as we can just for the final swarm. The longer we can last that, the better. But yeah, pretty much it really is essential for whatever strategy you're doing to increase your gold. We did have a gold increase there as I said that, but the way you do that is pretty much by grabbing every single vase. You can get around the map if you're able to get keys. To microwave, definitely microwave those. If you don't have those, you can do like the golden glove, the 15% increased gold gain. That can really benefit you in your entire run. Pretty much is RNG based for the chests, but over your entire run you will have increased luck, especially if you're using the luck tome, and you will find luck items within the chests. And the sooner you open them, the more pretty much rolls you have at getting a gold item early on. So sometimes in the past it is beneficial, at least what I used to do is wait to increase the luck tome quite a bit, and then get some keys potentially from all the free chests, and then microwave them as much as we can to pretty much increase our odds at getting as high rarity of items as possible. But over time I think I changed the strategy just to get as many items as possible. The better, or the more what's the word I'm looking for, the more items you have early on, pretty much the more eliminations you'll get from the different curse increases, the more XP you'll get from XP increases, the more gold you'll get, more projectiles, etc. Like it really is beneficial to open up every single chest you can as soon as you get it. There you can see we got a XP increase. Like if you get that even early on, like right now if we get a wrench, okay, power gloves, very good. So that'll knock enemies away from us and damage different enemies in the radius, which is good for like swarms and stuff. Pickup range is really good. It does kind of become ineffective at a certain point. So once we do get the sucky magnet, eventually we should pretty much get every single gold item. Depending on how high we can get our luck this round specifically. We do need to start leveling up as much as possible. Damage to elites is really good there. Really need to increase our damage. Crit chance and wrench are both really good here. Okay, with the wrench there. Chaos Tome Silver Gain is horrible. Yeah, you can see these enemies are kind of approaching us. The more difficulty adjustments we have, the more difficult obviously it'll be. Their speed increases, their health increases, the amount of them spawning increases. Pretty much everything gets more difficult with every single enemy. Nice, we got another gold lifesteal. Triggers blood mark, 50% chance to apply blood mark. So we do have some blood mark items. And we do have those gloves that give us lifesteal, which works really well. With that's cleaver thing specifically works super well with what's that item? It's like gold chonk plates. The chonk plates gives you 20% lifesteal, and it will give us 75% like ability to heal over 75% of our health. So we just get additional health above that, which is really nice, especially with the life steals increases. So nice luck increase from that Chaos Tome there. Movement speed is great. Another luck increase though. Elite spawn increase 31%. It's just that much more chances of having additional chest drops. Okay, our timer is getting a little bit lower. Do need to locate that boss portal. I guess we have, located it. Just need to clear as much as possible out of here. Should be able to take the bosses on fairly easily. They're like really powerful now. See how quickly we're able to eliminate the golems. Okay, it's really not that fast, not as quick as I anticipated. Oh, actually fell down. Attack speed is really good. Final boss. That electric plug is nice. Final boss as well. Okay, 4 chests. Wrench, that's good. Okay, feathers, that's also fairly good as the first one. Moldy cheese, good for final boss, and 15% more gold. Additional chests, it's always welcome. Pretty much should have no issues. I think with the final bosses, there will be 4 of them. It will have around probably 5x health. Oh, free chest, there we go. Beacon, nice, so 2 more additional shrines in the next wave. Missed that vase there. Okay, but we do have to start that boss fight fairly soon. Just eliminate as many enemies. Try to maybe get a power-up drop as soon as we can. If we can get a power-up drop, that pretty much guarantees the boss fights very easily. If we go into the final, final horde, final swarm wave, we won't have any issue pretty much completing these bosses because of the soul harvester. pretty much in this game, especially for when going for eliminations. You really need to emphasize luck and get fairly good RNG. Okay, so right here I'm pretty confident in getting these bosses out. Got a card there. It's nothing too crazy, but we'll take the shield and just focus all our damage on them. Thorny shield. It's good. That pretty much increases all our damage from the Aegis. And if we do get that clown mask, makes the thorns explode. Nice, more lifesteal, 7.5%. That works well with the cleaver, spicy meatball. That's our second one, I believe. No, that's our first one, so chance to explode. 65% damage to nearby enemies. As you can see here, we're in the final swarm. Eliminated that boss there. What is it called? The blood. Blood mark. The blood mark is really useful, especially if you build that up a lot with the cleaver. That would be really good. Let's since we do have the cleaver, I mean, it is really good. If we had the chunk plate with that as well, that would just increase by quite a bit more. So every single lifesteal we do gives us blood mark, I believe. Yeah, we got the magnet from the final boss, so we're getting a whole bunch of levels here. One increase, and be kind of selective on what you do increase. For me, Aegis is kind of like a skip, same with XP Tome. XP Tome I could take at any level. And I'm pretty much taking anything gold and above. I will take some rare, purple upgrades sometimes, but if I see like a blue and a green, like say that one was between the XP gain, Aegis, and something else green. So we were doing nice, so we have a revive chance. So now I'm actually really confident in staying here as long as possible. We do have pretty much a revive. So the longer we stay here, we do need to collect as much XP as we can. Got additional jumps from the Chaos Tome there, so doing really good. Here I'll take the XP Tome because it's red over the Aegis. Aegis is okay, but for me it really is kind of irrelevant to level up. Eventually I will take the highest rarity of every item. Nice, we got a luck upgrade there. Another soul harvester. That's okay, it's really unnecessary at this point. I'll probably banish if see it again. I prefer like a lamp or any other gold item at this point. The chest here. Okay, we really do need to get our damage up. Moldy cheese. That one's not too good for the final swarm. Another chest. HP regen isn't too good. So we'll take the luck there in the red over the XP Tome. XP Tome eventually doesn't matter because you'll max out all the levels, which is 40 at the max weapons and 99 at max tomes. Nice, we got the overpowered lamp, which every single time, it's pretty much one proc on hit, so every item that hits has like pretty much two lamps in a row is crazy. Wow, okay. That was insane pulls right there, so this is why it's really important to get that luck tome. The more luck you have, greater chance of getting pretty much any sort of gold. So we're at about 700% luck almost. You can see we're still pulling a lot of greens. It's just quantity right now, or quality, I guess. So the more chests we open, you can see our chests are like 10k already, even with the 7 keys that we have. So we've opened quite a few chests. We're getting quite a bit of a lot of items. We have 4 of those credit cards, so every chest we open is 10% luck increase as well. The more chests we open, the more luck we have and more items we have, obviously. Getting quite a few items here level ups. Just really nice. I don't know if we got like a magnet or what, but so we'll go for red upgrades every time pretty much. If it's like between luck and cursed, we'll do the cursed. I'll still take XP over cursed currently, because I do want as many levels right now, and the more cursed we have, less time we'll be able to last here. That 6 minutes warm will really be difficult, and we haven't maxed out our level yet. But cursed tomes we will start to focus once we do have our luck increase quite a bit. So I guess the priority for me would be the least. I'll go from least to most, our highest priority. So least would be Aegis, then I would go XP, and then this will change in the future, but then it's Chaos Tome, then Luck Tome, and then I'm sorry, not Chaos Tome, I meant Curse Tome. So Aegis, XP, Curse Tome, Luck Tome, Chaos Tome. Actually Chaos Tome I might even put above the Executioner. So I'd put maybe the Executioner, then Chaos Tome, then Katana, and then Blood Magic. Another Soul Harvester. I think we'll banish that this time. Actually, it's a good weapon, but we do have 2 of them, and I would much rather prefer getting revives, lamps, any other golds pretty much would be really beneficial. Okay, so the 2 weapons mainly focus on is Katanas and Blood Magic, mainly because Blood Magic is most important to me currently, because it increases the amount of health that we have. We really want as much health as possible. Eventually those final bosses, or I guess the like 6 to 12 minute enemies, do so much damage, it's just really hard to survive. You really need a lot of like evasion and execution. Execution will be super important in the future if we do get the Joe's Dagger, which will most likely have every single gold item. So if we can actually get the Joe's Dagger here on this wave, it would help us quite a bit, because there's a like cap to how much damage increases you could have. So if with the Joe's Dagger, that increases the amount of damage per execution. There's like a chance of increasing the damage with every execution, which makes it so that the executioner is really useful, because every single time the executioner has like a 5% chance to execute, which pretty much means every single time you do that, you're able, and the ninja gets executions per level up. So every single level up, I think it's what, like a 0.5% of an execution. So that's weapon specifically, or the item, the Joe's Dagger, will massively increase the amount of damage you're able to do. Slurp Glows, really good there. For the Blood Magic, and it'll basically allow you to out heal enemies. The more of that, the more of those you have, especially if you get Chonk Plates and the Cleaver. Those work really well together. They have like really good synergy. Another luck increase. Okay, so we are approaching our maximum level for Blood Magic. We got a free chest there, size increase. It's really good. For the Chaos Tome, free chest. What do we get? Chonk Plates, very good. Okay, that's it gives me kind of more confidence for when the ghost, that it'll start hitting us quite a bit more. Big Bonk Hammer, it's really good. You can see we are getting a lot more golds now. Had quite a few levels on the Luck Tome. It's like level 30, plus we have a bunch of clovers. And the Chaos Tome gives us a bunch of luck increases as well. So our luck is at 812% now. Our chests do cost 21k though. So we'll probably get a couple more chests, but we do really want 3 chests from these ghosts. That's why it's kind of important to increase the amount of elites that spawn, because the elites are pretty much the main source of those big chests. Here, the free chest. Like, there we got. Here we got one. Yeah, the chest is like not there. Attack speed, nice. Where's his chest? Okay, there's the ledge there. Nice, we got another free chest. That was a weird spawn for the chest. Grandma Secret Tonic, nice, that's our first one, so crits have a chance to explode. Pretty much we want at least one of everything. Chunk plate is good. I won't banish chunk plates. Maybe until a little bit later. It does give us additional lifesteal, which is really nice for surviving the final hordes. Because they can pretty much one-tap you at certain points. Those big ghosts can kind of be difficult to survive. Another moldy cheese. It's good, so we'll take the Aegis there as well. Since it is red, everything else was like purple or below. We do want pretty much every upgrade to be red now. Okay, so we do have one more upgrade for the Executioner and the Blood Magic. Those are going to be our last two, and then we're going to be done seeing those. Okay, so our Executioner is now maxed out. Three extra jumps with that Chaos Tome. It's crazy good. Evasion. The higher our evasion, the more of a chance that we'll pretty much be able to survive quite a long time. The final swarm. Chaos Tome is really all RNG based. Chaos Tome is pretty much the meta now though, especially with the two patches ago. They buffed it quite a bit. Pretty much acts like a bunch of different tomes, so really don't need quantity tomes anymore. Well, size tomes as well. Size tomes can be beneficial for sure. It does help quite a bit to get size increases. But Chaos Tome just pretty much gives you everything. It's just like getting 2 or 3 shards at once. So here we got purple ghosts. They're getting a little bit too close to us. We do have the scarves, so we're able to jump to increase our damage. But we really do need to increase our damage a lot more. We do have the Zawarudo revive, so still kind of confident in going around getting as many of these lamps as we can. Might be able to buy another chest, maybe 2 more, with how much GP we're gaining. I pretty much want all red upgrades, otherwise I'll take XP or Aegis upgrades, something like this. Like, it's kind of hard to choose. Like the Chaos Tome I really want reds of. We still have refreshes and skips though. The wrench there really isn't, I mean, I guess it's good. We have a beacon as well, so we'll have additional shrines in the next area. Could help us increase the difficulty quite a bit. We have a lot of jumps now because of that Chaos Tome. We're gonna get hit quite a bit. With the executions, with that Joe's dagger. Really not having an issue. Kind of eliminating enemies near us. But it would, not the Joe's dagger, I meant with the executioner, but it would benefit us quite a bit to have the Joe's dagger. Typically with the range weapons like blood magic and katana, it's actually, the executioner doesn't do any damage until the ghosts kind of survive those weapons and they start chasing you. It does have like kind of a projectile speed to it, while the other two pretty much hit instantly. So it's really difficult to get executions with it. But what makes it really good is surviving the final swarm for quite a bit. With the increases, especially with this character, of executions per level, you can pretty much increase your executions to a really large amount. And when the enemies are able to survive pretty much all the damage from the katana and the blood magic, like 20 to 100 fold, it'll get really powerful. The executioner will be able to pretty much execute them. And then that will increase your damage based on the Joe's dagger. Okay, so pretty much max the katana as well. And now we have Aegis left, but that's pretty much like a skip for me as well. Okay, there's gonna be quite a few more level ups here. We do have enough to buy another chest and Chaos Tome upgrade specifically. I'm looking for golds. Or not golds, reds. Sorry, I misspoke there, but we really want as many reds right now for luck. And Chaos Tomes. Those are pretty much the most important for us at the moment. All the weapons are out of the picture. Curse are really good as well. And I would like to take reds only, but we are getting hit by the enemies quite a bit. And it really doesn't benefit us too much to get much more curse until we can increase a bunch of damage and projectiles and size. So chaos is really most important, and the way we get that higher rarity is by obviously having luck. The more luck we have, eventually down the line we'll be able to get a higher rarity for the cursed tomes. So we maxed all our weapons, so we don't have any more Aegis as a skip. So now pretty much our skip is XP tome. And we do have that above 600%. 600% is like around the area where I feel confident taking pretty much greens the rest of the way. At this point we are going to get max tomes by the end of this, I think. Like you could see how many upgrades we're getting with all these chaos tome increases. We're definitely gonna have much more damage, many more quantities, much larger size, pretty much everything that'll make this build much more beefy. It will also increase difficulty as well, and we will have additional cursed tome level ups. But we are kind of putting those off unless they're red. Now I'll take cursed over XP. At this point, for me, XP is really like a skip, so if it's 2 reds, I'll take whatever other than XP. Luck is almost top of the list, right next to Chaos Tome. Especially since we're going to be opening more chests, but each chest is pretty much almost 30,000 right now. The more luck we have, pretty much guarantees more gold items, and the lower rarity that we choose for the luck is going to be a lot less gold items. And for all these level ups, the sooner we can get our luck up, pretty much the higher rarity and the higher the chance of us getting reds will be. One item I'm pretty much going to be looking for now is just Joe's dagger. We haven't seen that yet. Unfortunately, we really need it. Especially since we're getting hit quite a bit and we are doing a lot of executions right now. Like I mentioned before, with the blood magic and the katana weapons, it's really difficult throughout the round to get executions other than in the final swarm, when the enemies do swarm around you. And with that Joe's dagger, it is capped per round to how much damage increases you can get. I think it's like 200x or something, or 200%. Really not sure. I think it's 2000% through the entire run per dagger. So the more daggers you have, the better increases. But it was nerfed quite a bit, so it really isn't meta, but it's like the one item that will benefit the build quite a bit, because this character by default gets executions with every single weapon. Power up, drop chance, difficulty, duration. There's so many things that we got there, couldn't even read them at once. Projectile count, elite spawn increase, gold gain. Pretty much got everything. That's another scarf. It's actually really good to get, especially for swarm right now. Increases our damage by quite a bit. So we maxed the XP tomes. We're really close to maxing Chaos Tome. We maxed the Luck Tome. Oh, we got so many Chaos Tome upgrades there. It's kind of insane. I just have difficulty increases, so I'll just utilize these skips here if I feel that there's anything not good. So purples I might even skip, but since we only have one skip left, probably not. That's like that last upgrade. Okay, another Grandma Secret Tonic. There's like 50% each to cause an explosion per elimination. Kind of difficult to see now. With this katana, the katana size is fairly big. It's not as big as I would like it. It's not really covering the entire spawn area per hit, but it is good enough, I think. Okay, so we turn down projectile opacity now. Should have turned it down automatically. Not sure why it's not working. I think it is working for the executioner, but the katana doesn't look like it's applying to. Might have to turn that down even more. Okay, we're 91k elims. See what we got here. Ice cube, nice. Sounds good if there's like a really big horde on your tail. So if you're just like kind of jumping around the map, you have a massive horde, it helps like kind of keep them away from you. Do need to turn this down even more. Still feels like quite a bit. Does not seem like 6%. Okay, we are approaching around 100k elims, but the amount of elims is slowing down quite a bit. It is kind of getting difficult to kill those big elite guys. Another chest, let's see. Another revive. Wow, that's actually really good. Allows us to kind of stay a little bit further from the portal. Have less of an issue. We're getting back there and we can potentially try to buy another chest. Yeah, they're swarming us way too much here. See, our Aegis is going down by quite a bit. Oh, we actually lost it there for a second. Okay, I'm trying to get to this portal now. Getting bounced around by quite a bit. Our eliminations really aren't going up by a lot, so it's really not worth staying here much longer. I guess we could just use one of the revives. Doesn't really make much of a difference since we do have two. But we do want to stay near this portal. Oh, okay, there we go. We actually use that. Okay, no nuke. Wanted to maximize the elims there, but it's like inside of the rock. I don't know why it spawned inside the rock, but we saw that there before. Okay, we still had Aegis there, so we hugged that for as many elims as possible, but we had to finally teleport at around 101k elims. Nice, a boss curse run right away. It's really good spawn. It's just pretty much a free chest. At this point, armor, gold gain is good. Attack speed is pretty much, it's gonna help increase our damage by a lot. Curse grabbies are really good. Power gloves are duplicates again. Joe's dagger finally. Wish we got that the previous round, because there's a cap around how much damage it increases. If we got that a little bit sooner, we'd end up with much more damage at the end. Yeah, lifesteal and power up drop chance are good. I think we'll take the lifesteal for the bloody cleaver. Another Joe's dagger inside of there. %1 chance to execute an enemy, and performing an execute increases damage by 1%. So I think it's 200% per level. And since we have two of those now, I think it's 400% this level. It would have been another 200% if we had it the previous round. I think it's kind of stacks per. Oh, actually, never mind. Projectile count there, really good. Only thing that really benefits us here is pretty much size, maybe max HP, but also benefits for chunk plate, help us survive more. But the greater the size, the more area our like Katana and Blood Magic will cover. Do all more difficulty adjustments as soon as we can get them, pretty much. Luck is good, but at this point we don't have any more level ups. Our chests are like, what, 46k? We have pretty much all the golds we want. So there's not really much benefit from that. Just gonna increase the damage output. Pretty much from the shrines right now, what we really would want to see is anything that gives us difficulty. Another Joe's dagger. Wow, we got 3 in a row here. Actually, I don't know if that was in a row, but see how quickly we eliminated the boss is there. Damage and crit chance are good. Our crit chance is 28% and it is red, so we'll grab that. We should have got this boss curse shrine right before those bosses spawned, but we really didn't have enough time. Another ice cube. Chances to freeze enemies. It's okay. We got 3 of them now, or 2 of them, I'm sorry. Okay, you should have more than enough time to clear all the bases around the entire map. Even through the final swarm. We made it to like 9 minutes past that final swarm, so we still have probably around... Whoa, we got a sucky magnet. We have yet to get one. Might just take that chunk plate though. It's like 65k for that sucky magnet, and we maxed pretty much all the levels. Sucky magnet will help. I'm sure we'll get it eventually through the chest. The sucky magnet will help. Because every single time we level up, we get increased chance of execution with this character. Another scarf is really good. Difficulty adjustments here. Okay, a stonks drop would be great. Especially during a swarm like this. Just much more gold. Free chest. Another Joe's dagger. Wow. Got 4 of them now. Magnet. Scarf here. Another scarf is actually really good. We want as much damage as we can do. Try to get to that 12-minute mark minimum. The longer we can last, the more eliminations we'll be able to do. Nice giant fork. I didn't realize we didn't have that as a gold. Another scarf. Still getting a bunch of purples. But those are not bad purples to get since they were buffed. And they do stack quite a bit better. I think they weren't stacking properly before, potentially. And they were not as good. But now I think they are actually crazy good, especially when you get a couple of them. HP regen, pretty much not an important thing to get, but might help us through the final boss, potentially. Damage and evasion are great here. Armor is also good. Decreases the amount to get hit. But take damage there to ensure that we can eliminate the enemies past 10 minutes. Nice sucky magnet. I think that's pretty much every single gold item we do have selected now. Unless there's something I'm missing. I mean, I'm sure it could be possible. I feel like key is good here. Might not have the Quinn's mask thing. But the more keys we have, the more chances of getting something gold. So we went with that key, and we got 9 keys total. 100 keys or 10 keys does not guarantee that every single chest is free. I did notice it's about 50% probably at that point. With every key, it's 10% chance to get a free, to make the chest free, but 10 keys does not make it so that every chest is free. I'm not really sure how that math works there, but okay, we'll microwave the keys here. It's only 1500 to microwave. Now we have 10 keys. We might as well just get the 10th there. Another backpack. Blue item is kind of crazy from the chest. Okay, both those chests were free. We do have a free chest there on the stairs. Damage is good. Shield is, I guess, also. Okay, we should have probably gone with the damage there. Credit card red, which is damage increase. Blue campfire. It's very useless. Oh, just barely missed that boss curse shrine. would have been another 3 chests there. That boss curse run. Another chunk plate. More lifesteal and additional health. Got thorns, more difficulty. Grab another chest here. The blue backpack. I mean, we'll take the quantity. Pretty much increases every single weapon's quantity, so it's always good. One's mask, that's actually the first mask we have, so any non-duplicates are always really good to get. Slurp gloves, great. Free chest here. Thorny shield, it's okay. Does work well with that Quint's mask. Difficulty increase, okay. Crit damage definitely helps us, but we should have probably gone with that difficulty just to increase. Whoa. Okay, this is really difficult to even move around. See how crazy this speed up works. That's because of the power up multipliers that we've received from the Chaos Tome, so it really makes it OP. It's kind of annoying to move at this speed, but it'll definitely help us grab as many of the lamps as possible. Another chunk plate. Okay, we'll take the size there. Higher attack speed. Spicy meatball. Got 2 of those now. Got stonks here. I'll take that. I think that power up multiplier actually makes it so that the power ups last quite a bit longer, because this is like not going away. Pretty much flying around the map. Oh, there we go. It's finally gone. Now we just pretty much go around, collect every single vase that we could find. Get enough money to buy more chests. Pretty much the only thing we can really do for the rest of this run is, I mean, since we do have everything from around the map, is just collect more chests and get as many eliminations as possible. We just need as much gold as we can get. Nice stonks here. Good timing. Should have maybe saved that for the final swarm. A little bit more enemies would spawn right away. We're getting around, looks like 30 to 40 enemies per spawn every second there. Usually in the final swarm it's probably over 100. Okay, we'll save that stonks there, grab this chest. Another purple. Guess we'll take it. Not really anything too crazy that we can get, just things that'll help us survive. So sometimes purples can be just as good as golds. Particularly the scarf is really good. Now, I used to not like getting it, but it has been made kind of a lot more useful. We did get another bloody cleaver. Big bonk hammer, nice. Is that our first big bonk hammer? Oh no, that's the second one. Okay, we still have a bunch of these vases all around the map that I guess I missed. And a shrine. What the heck? Not sure how I missed that, but yeah, this, you pretty much want to check the entire map for bases and everything. Sometimes you can miss things like that. Just come back for it. Only thing I'd really want from those now is pretty much difficulty adjustments. Another Joe's Dagger, that's 5. Is that we can get up to 1000% damage increase. With 5, I think each one's 100 or 200% per level. So 1000% here, and then 1000% in that boss wave final swarm. We'll be able to increase our damage. So see, the Joe's Dagger though isn't actually causing executions, like it is just shooting in the direction that we're facing. Everything else is kind of eliminating the enemies before it even gets a chance. That's another scarf. But since this character is built in executions, we don't necessarily need it to be through the executioner. It pretty much will just build up the damage over time without requiring the executioner. So you could pretty much change that executioner weapon out to something else. It'll just pretty much make you survive the final horde that much longer, just because it increases your chance of executions, and the higher your chances, the more likely that you'll be able to kill those like almost invulnerable ghosts that spawn at the 12-minute mark. We'll grab that shrine. Projectile speed, I guess, is the only one that'll really help us. Duration. It's kind of useless. We have so many jumps already that we can pretty much fly. We have quite a bit of everything. Curse grabbies, nice. That's a good purple that I don't mind getting. The more of those we get, the more difficulty. But it does drop our max health quite a bit. More curse grabbies, nice. Another stonks. More money. Each chest is 225k now. Might be able to afford like 2 more chests. Obviously we do have the chances to get them for free because we do have the keys. So we might get another 3 or 4 out of those. I think we'll banish that magnet. We really don't need magnets. We have one already, and any other golds would be more beneficial. If we had taken it, obviously it'll pull in the XP a lot more frequently, but it's pretty unnecessary. We still pull in the XP at all times, and not at all times, but at certain points, and it doesn't really kind of benefit us at all. Pull it in more frequently. Yeah, we got another chest. That one was free, nice. The blood cleaver. Free chest from the bosses. There's the elites. Okay, we'll buy a chest here. Giant fork. That one actually cost us money. Another chest. Another revive. Got 5 of those now. Okay, more free chests. We could also buy another chest, giant fork. Good chance to make crits into mega crits. Pretty much we'll take everything now. Usually I would have banished a bunch of golds just so we can focus on getting big bonk hammers. Nice. Just so we can focus on getting a lot of Joe's daggers. But then after the nerf, it's really not the meta too much anymore. We'll fight this bush here. Pretty much eliminated right away. $310k for the chest, and now we're at the purple ghost. Still using the minimap to try to find more vases. The chest again. Grab a secret tonic. Nothing crazy. We still do have a single banish, but if I were to use it, it'd probably be on some of the golds. Not too sure which gold I would banish though. All of them are fairly good. Increase the amount of damage we can do and just help you survive longer. Beefy ring, increase damage again. This is really good. I want to survive at least minimum to this 12-minute mark. Being able to one-hit the enemies every single minute additional is just that many more eliminations. If we're able to one-hit the enemies, that just maximizes the amount of them that'll spawn over that period. We are at 13k elims now. Like these guys don't give as much gold as the dark ghosts. It's kind of interesting. More cursed grabbies from that chest. Yeah, I'm not finding any more vases. I think we pretty much cleared the entire map of vases. Maybe somewhere in the center. Might be one or two more, but we're at that stage where it doesn't really make much of a difference. Just hog this wall to try to maybe get executions on these enemies, increase our damage. Just to be able to survive longer. You can kind of hear the executions hitting here and there, so I'm not sure if we actually maximized or hit the maximum cap of the damage from the Joe's dagger yet, but I'm sure we're probably approaching it. Another scarf, wow, that's actually really good. Another revive. Free chest down there. Looks like they actually are approaching us now. About 9 minutes 30 seconds. Power gloves. Power gloves can be nice though if you're getting really hugged by an enemy. It can help you kind of escape that. Okay, gonna try to execute these enemies for increased damage with the Joe's daggers. We have 5 of them, so about 1,000% increase. Pretty good. Not sure how much specifically that's gonna do. We're at 401 times damage right now. 404, so it looks like it's still actually increasing the amount of damage. These enemies aren't approaching us too much. Almost at 250k elims. Okay, now they're actually finally starting to approach us. Some jumping around definitely helps because of the scarves. Increased damage when you're in there. Yeah, what, 5 is 6 now revived, so kind of zero worries of surviving long. We got a 2% chance. Big bonk hammer can do 20x damage on the bonks, but they really don't go off too often. You can kind of hear them by the sound. Activations. Technically every 50 hits it should work, but the percentages in this game are kind of weird. Okay, so our eliminations are decreasing per second, but they still are climbing, so it does benefit us to stay here as long as possible. Maybe might find a couple more chests as well from these guys. But we are approaching the 12-minute mark, which is the red ghost, and those can really be difficult to survive. Okay, we're gonna hit that 12-minute mark, got the red ghost finally. See, they get slowed down quite a bit by the ice. I think ice cube, ice blocks, something, and then once they do get slowed down, they kind of enter that horde, which is more likely that any of those eliminations will hit others. And when they're near me, it's a chance, excuse me, to execute with the executioner. Which is also nice. Got a big bonk hammer. Okay, so we'll go near this portal. There's not really much to hug, so as soon as the enemies kind of start approaching you, you gotta teleport out. So at 262k eliminations. Typically at this point in the game as well, if you get to the boss, you get to the boss enemy in time quick enough, like near him, you can usually one-tap him. But you can see we weren't able to do that, so we actually have to do all the 3 stages. At this point, he's pretty much free. The only thing that can really eliminate us is if we just like stand in place like this, get hit like multiple times by the red thing. And he's got these red projectiles that'll hit through your shields and those projectiles right there. So if those stack up on you while you get hit by like 4 of those, 5 of those AoE attacks, it's probably the only thing that can eliminate you, since you can't life drain. There we go, we eliminated that final boss. T3. Got 103x damage. Luck is 2200% and our difficulty is 998%. Would like a little bit higher difficulty to increase the amount of eliminations we're actually able to get. Because that increases the amount of mobs spawned. Okay, another free chest, let's see. Another Joe's dagger, so additional damage to help us survive a little bit longer in the 12-minute swarm. For that 12-minute swarm, we pretty much need anything now that'll give us more health, more lifesteal, just etc. Another revive, it's always nice. Big bonk hammer. Pretty good. Anything with damage is good, but pretty much now it's just gotta survive as long as possible, grab every single chest. Scarf is great, especially when evading those final swarm enemies just flying around the map with the jumping. How many scarves do we have? We have 9 total scarves. Kind of crazy. What is that? 450% damage increase on everyone we're in the air. Which is good, but I think it's definitely not enough to do a significant amount of damage against those red enemies. Here's kind of like a little hidden area people used to use back in the day. You didn't have like a sucky magnet, pretty much allow the enemies to approach you a lot closer before you eliminated them. But that doesn't really work with, depending on what weapons you have. Sometimes like blood magic and katana, obviously those will hit the enemies from far away as soon as they're spawned, so it really doesn't work with these weapons. But if you use something like the monkey, where it's like a banana, the executioner, other weapons like that pretty much have a projectile that shoots near you, that will prevent it from shooting through the walls, and it will allow the enemies to get really close to you before you start eliminating them, which allows you to collect more XP, so you really don't make it too far into levels before doing this final boss area. Definitely help you collect the XP a lot more efficiently before the final swarm gets a lot more difficult to engage. But once the enemies do get difficult to the point where you're not eliminating them right away, it can pretty much trap you, because you won't be able to hit them until they're like right next to you, and yeah, they'll just start hugging you all at once and you won't be able to get out of there. Okay, let's grab this chest. Campfire. Okay, at least they're still getting blues. It's kind of crazy. I feel like the chests from the final ghosts in this final area kind of have lower tier loot sometimes. My luck is 2,300% almost. 2,290% luck, which is really high, but I guess it's still possible to see blues. I'd be super surprised if we gotta go green or something. Another Joe's dagger. Some more damage. Joe's dagger is like, what, like 4 times as effective as getting a scarf. So it's always good. But you can see the Executioner is just pretty much shooting straight. It's not even attacking the different enemies just because they're getting eliminated by other weapons that we have. Eventually we'll start increasing our damage when we do need it most. But right now I think the only thing actually working with those is the ninjas built-in execution. Yeah, I think that was a green damage increase. Kind of crazy to still be getting greens. I think the luck is kind of negated on this final swarm area. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but I feel like in the stage before you get pretty much golds and purples almost every single time, and then once you do get to this final swarm area, it's a lot more blues and purples, like you saw, sometimes even greens, no matter what your luck is. Of course I could be wrong, but I found through many different runs that that's usually the case, that in the final swarm area, no matter how much luck you have, you still tend to get lower tier items. Which is okay, it can definitely benefit your run, because getting a whole bunch of gold items doesn't necessarily always increase the amount of time you can survive in eliminations. You can get sometimes even lower rarity items will help you. Like that mirror, actually really good for hitting the enemies back. And preventing you from getting eliminated. We got 6 of those mirrors now. It took me a while to find that, but see, we almost have all of 4k health. Another chunk plate maybe would help us out with that. A little bit more lifesteal. Lifesteal, there we go. So lifesteal triggers blood mark, which is great for eliminating the difficult enemies. Got 7 Joe's daggers, 7 big bonk hammers, 5 chunk plates, 6 bloody cleavers, 3 power gloves, 3 spaghetti forks, 1 sucky magnet, 1 anvil. Well, we pretty much have maxed everything. Got quite a few golds, but at this point, I don't think getting an additional one of something isn't gonna really help us, benefit us too much. Maybe chunk plate, big bonk hammer, I guess that's good. We'll take anything and everything that we can get, but the revives maybe will help us survive a little bit longer, but usually at the time you're getting eliminated, you're probably not getting a lot of eliminations per second, so 353k elims so far. So around 4.5 minutes until those red ghosts spawn, which is when we had a lot of trouble last time. Cleanse mask, chance to explode from thorns. It's always good for enemies that are near us, since we have a good amount of knockback. When they do touch us, we do get knocked back. I think they also get knocked back, but pretty much launches us further away from them. For the revive, 7 revives total now. We're at the 4k health mark now because we got more lifesteal. Is a good amount, but getting even more would definitely benefit. Maybe another chunk plate. I don't know if that'll actually increase by quite a bit more, but that is 20% more lifesteal. I don't know if the chunk plates actually stack on top of each other too well. Like it's 75% above max health, and then maybe 75% again if you get it. But to me, it doesn't look like it. Like that's actually how they work. We have 5 of them now. Our base health is probably... Yeah, actually, that does make sense. Never mind, sorry. Kind of ranting about my thoughts here. So almost 9 minutes, 30 seconds in time. These enemies are sometimes still approaching us, but we pretty much eliminate them right away. Another scarf, 50% damage boost. That's 10 total scarves now. Nice, another bloody cleaver. So now we got even more health. 4.1k total health. More of those we can get, the longer we can survive that 12-minute horde. Be cool maybe to see how long we're actually able to survive. That'd be a cool kind of leaderboard stat that they should add. See, our size is only 2.9x, interestingly. Difficulty 998%. Yeah, that'd be a cool leaderboard stat, how long you were actually able to survive the final swarm on a timer and millisecond base. You build some like crazy build if you're able to survive like 30 minutes. Like that's super impressive. Even if you don't get the most crazy amount of eliminations, if you're able to survive like 30 minutes or something, that's insane. Just gotta build a really tanky build. Hey, they are approaching us now, around 12 minutes, 11 minutes, 20 seconds, which is not good. Need to start jumping for the increased damage. Hopefully we see another chest before this 12-minute mark. Okay, we got hit there the first time, around 11 minutes, 30 seconds. We got another chest. Let's see what we got here. Points mask, chance to explode, activating thorns. That's what, our 4th one now. 400k elims. Okay, 12-minute mark, red ghost. So now the way to survive these is just to not get trapped, well, like that, but as long as you have enough evasion, quantity of Aegis, and health and lifesteal, you should, I think, more than enough be able to survive them for quite a bit. We have a bunch of ice too, so it slows down the enemies that kind of start to hug us quite a bit, which is really beneficial. We can pretty much just escape them fairly easily. They don't just instantly start to hug us, and it's much more chance to actually execute them. Getting to this 13-minute mark. Eliminations are still climbing, but much slower. Another chest. Try to, oh, okay, we actually activated that revive there. Grab the chest, Joe's dagger, that's actually okay. Definitely help us eliminate more enemies, increase our damage. So Joe's dagger is where what really shines at this point. It's able to do the most damage out of all the weapons that we do have. Everything else will pretty much do their standard hits, standard damage, but these guys have so much health that they would need to get hit hundreds of times by the standard weapons like Blood Magic or Katana. With the Joe's Dagger, since they have so much health every single time an execution happens with that Joe's Dagger. The word I'm looking for, it pretty much counts as eliminating the enemy with full health. So around 14-minute mark there is when we actually activated our second revive. We have 5 more revives. Kind of crazy. Around 410k, getting close to eliminations. Let's see how quick they are. Really difficult to actually apply the ice freezing to them. Oh, okay. Well, we got out of that. And when you approach these kind of invisible corner barriers, you really don't want to get trapped in the corners. So your goal is, if you touch a wall, just back off of it instantly, hit the ground just to regain your jumps, and don't get trapped in any of the like invisible corner walls. See how slowly our eliminations are going up. At this point, we're pretty much just trying to survive as long as possible. We have so many revives, so much things to prevent them from one-hitting us, that I'm kind of surprised we're actually staying alive this long. How are they not one-hitting us like normal? See, that ice is actually keeping them away from us. It just barely slows them down to the point where they're not like right on our tails. They're like pushing us around pretty much. I guess that guy was, but once we freeze him down enough, we're able to get away. And then with the ninja, you're pretty much able to change directions of your jumps mid-air while maintaining momentum, which is really beneficial to maneuvering yourself around the map, especially if there's something like a leaderboard for surviving the final swarm, which I kind of doubt they will add something like this, just because it requires you to hang around this final area for like 30 plus minutes, I'm assuming. With really tanky builds, I guess people could probably last way past 30 minutes. At that point, they'd probably want to add a whole nother ghost color, make it much more difficult and make the leaderboard a little bit more interesting. But yeah, that'd be a great idea, I think, for them to do. We're still waiting on the multiplayer for this game. That's going to be quite a cool update, and you're actually able to play with friends. Yeah, if anybody's interested in me creating like maybe a Discord community where you could find other users to play with, and we could potentially get in some games ourselves, let me know. I'll definitely make that if anybody is interested. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this strategy. Right now I'd be surviving as long as we can here, but I don't really think it's kind of worth it. I mean, we could try to go for a PR for staying alive in this leader or in this final swarm here, but there's no leaderboard for it. Kind of doesn't really matter. We're almost level 1600. I guess we might as well try to make it to 20 minutes. There's a chest there and there, so could be another revive or something. We got 2 more revives left. You can see we're pretty much unable to eliminate enemies now. Going up by like 1 every second maybe, depending on how many executions actually go off. There's so many of them spawning now. Really difficult to actually even get kills, so it's not really even worth staying alive. And just pretty much now it's just avoiding them, jumping around and trying to see if we can make it to 20 minutes. I'm not sure I've seen anybody make it to 20 minutes. Mostly everybody focuses on the eliminations. And this build is kind of crazy. I'm not too sure if it's the evasion or what's preventing them from killing me. Maybe it's them getting slowed down and then me having playing on the ninja, which pretty much allows us to jump in any direction we want at full speed, so that kind of prevents them from hugging us. Allows us to rebuild the Aegis quantity more. We can do more lifesteal if we do need it. But yeah, with all the lifesteal, challenge plates, everything, our max health is pretty much pinned to 4,243, 45 about. Still trying to get to that chest. It's kind of really not working. Really difficult to choose where I'm going. Just because we're getting pushed around so much by these enemies. Around 410k elims right now. Made it to that 410k mark. Very close, 20 seconds out from 20 minutes. We did waste a couple of those Zawurdos, so I'm assuming we would have most likely made it to around over 30 minutes. But I don't think it's going to be kind of beneficial at all in any way. Try to make it that long, so just for your sake of watching this video, I think we should probably end it fairly soon. I'm assuming we'll likely get trapped or something in a corner. We still have 2 of those overdose, but it's not even really too worth. Still trying to get that chest. Okay, we got cornered there. See, oh, we actually made it out. Able to eliminate an enemy. Reset our jumps here. Cannot find that chest. Oh, other side. Okay, and it's probably game here. What, 21 minutes? Got cornered here, Zawurdo. We make it out. No, I think that's game. 21 minutes. Oh, we made it out. Okay. Doesn't really benefit us at all, though. We're really not getting any elims. Our executions aren't even applying anymore. These guys are pretty much unkillable at this point. Oh, we almost got it. Oh, okay. That was so close. Alright, that's game here. So that's it. 21 minutes, 33 seconds on that final swarm, which is kind of crazy. I don't think I've seen anybody do that post patch of when they actually added these red ghosts. But yeah, Spicy Meatball did the most damage, 1.7 quintillion, I think, or QI. I'm not too sure what that is. The Executioner, 61.9 Q. Missing localization formats. I think I've seen that before. And that is the ninja's execute ability. You can look that up specifically. That's related to the ninja, so you'll only see that if you're ever with the ninja. But our highest damage weapon was the Executioner. Second being the Katana. Third being the Blood Magic, and then the Aegis right below that. Joe's Dagger, you could see, didn't do the craziest amount. Soul Harvester didn't do the craziest amount. The highest was pretty much Spicy Meatball, which did a whole bunch of damage, and we only had 2 of those. And Executioner was the second best, but that's mainly because we survived so long in that final swarm that it just does so much damage to them. Pretty much building up to that, and on the final swarms, it almost does no damage because all the other weapons pretty much eliminated all the enemies. Okay, that's it for the video. If you have any suggestions, any other videos or builds you would like to see, let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like, and if you want to see more from me, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching, and have a good day. Bye.